Nothing says spring more than lattice. You see it surrounding porches and decks, and along the sides of homes supporting beautiful vines and flowers. Today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you how to make a lattice background to support your floral focal images. Here are the tools and products you're going to need to do this technique. First, you're going to need a light-colored cardstock, and I'm using the Gina Designs Pure Luxury 80-pound layering weight cardstock. Then you're going to need either a Score Pal or a Score Buddy. And because I'm doing this on a small template like a card, I'm going to use the Score Buddy. And then you're going to need some ink. And I've decided to use some of the Memento London Fog ink. Now the reason why I wanted to do this color combination is because when I think of lattice, I think of white wood and then a little bit of distress, a little gray kind of crackly look in it from being weathered from the outside. So I thought a white and gray would look really nice together. To begin, you're going to cut your cardstock down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And this is a great way to start. And then if you want to trim it down a little bit more for your card project, you certainly can. I'm going to start by putting 1 point at the 4-inch mark up top and 1 point at the 4-inch mark at the bottom. Now if you're not sure where that 4-inch mark is at the bottom, one way to find it is to actually find the 4-inch mark and put a little black Sharpie mark, or just each time you're ready to do it, just start your scoring tool at the 4-inch mark and work your way down, and then you can see exactly where you need to lay the bottom corner. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 1/4 inch score lines all the way down my card. And you can see this is just on an angle. And because the Score Buddy and the new Score Pal have all of these little 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch lines, it's very easy to do something like this without moving it a whole bunch. Now for this one I am going to have to move it. But let me finish up on this side. Actually, I'm going to turn it around. Since I'm right-handed, it makes it a little bit easier for me to just always work to the right. And you can see how quickly you can do this because the Score Buddy has all of these great little lines. Now for these end ones, I'm just going to move it to the 3-inch mark. Once I've moved it over, now I can finish out my little ends there, and I can flip it around again on the 3-inch mark. And finish it right there like that. Now I'm going to do the opposite side. So again, at the 4-inch mark, my top point at 4 here and my bottom point at 4 down here, I'm going to begin scoring again. And this is going to give me my real lattice look, that diamond shape that you see when you're passing all those beautiful homes with the beautiful flowers and vines. And flipping it around again. Again, going down all those 1/4 inch marks. And moving it to 3 inches to finish it out. Flipping it over, and again, moving it to 3 inches and finishing it out. Now I have my beautiful lattice pattern, and sometimes you can see it better on the flip side here. You see that pattern. But we're going to not use the side that's pushed out. We're going to use the recessed side. My next step is to take some of the London Fog ink, and I'm going to do a direct-to-paper technique where I actually rub the ink pad directly onto the piece of cardstock. So here I go. I'm just rubbing this up and down. And now you can see all the white lines are coming out, but it's giving it almost a little bit of a wood-grained feel. And I like that it's not all completely smooth like it was brayered, but it has kind of a little bit of that weathered look where you can kind of see some of the areas are a little bit darker and other areas are still a little bit light. And remember, once the ink dries thoroughly, the whole thing's going to lighten up just a little bit. Let me show you my finished card project. Here, I've used my Lattice Background, and then I've mixed colors that I've never mixed before, and I just found them to be so pretty. I used our Wild Lilac, and I mixed that with the London Fog, so I've got gray and purple together. And to really set it off nicely, I've taken one of the long-stemmed flower stamps from the Springtime Silhouette Stamp TV kit, and I've done the thumping technique, where I've inked up the stamp using the London Fog ink, and then I thumped on top of it with a little bit of Memento grape jelly. Now, although this marker is a little bit darker than our Wild Lilac, you really can't see the difference. It just all blends so beautifully together. And then on top there, I stamped my greeting, "Have a beautiful birthday." This background can be used for so much more than just flowers. Try using neutral cardstock colors and darker inks for a nice masculine background, or soft pastels for the perfect baby card.